Hello students. In the last session, we have discussed about actually how the electromagnetic wave will propagate, and we have discussed about propagation constant gamma, and we have discussed about intrinsic impedance eta derivation. So here we are having gamma formula as under root of j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon, and also we have derived the expression for eta intrinsic impedance, which is having the units ohms, as j omega mu by gamma is nothing but j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon. Still we can simplify this one. After simplification I will get j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. So these are the two important formulas, that is gamma and eta. Now I am going to discuss expressions for eta and gamma and phase velocity Vp when electromagnetic wave is propagating in free space. An electromagnetic wave is propagating in free space. So if the electromagnetic wave is propagating in free space, then what are the conditions we have to consider? That is sigma equal to 0, that is conductivity. If they are propagating in free space, there is no conductor. If there is no conductor, there is no conductivity. So sigma is equal to 0, mu is equal to mu naught, epsilon is equal to epsilon naught, and where the relative permeabilities and permittivities are equal to 1. Just by simply substituting these values or these formulas in gamma and eta, will have the formulas. Okay, so what is gamma? We know gamma is equal to j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon under root sigma plus j omega epsilon. So here mu is equal to mu naught mu r, epsilon is equal to epsilon naught epsilon r. Here mu or epsilon are equal to 1. So they are simply equal to mu naught epsilon naught. And what is the value of sigma? It is equal to 0. So gamma is equal to j omega mu into j omega mu into j omega epsilon. Okay, we can write mu or mu naught, epsilon or epsilon naught. So gamma is equal to j omega mu epsilon, so which is equal to alpha plus j beta. So from this we are not having any real terms, so alpha is 0 and beta is omega into square root of mu epsilon, or beta is equal to omega into square root of mu naught epsilon naught. And what is the expression for eta? Eta is already, we know that, under root of j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. So j omega mu by sigma value is 0, j omega epsilon. So I am having mu by epsilon or square root of mu naught by epsilon naught. And we know that mu naught and epsilon naught constants values. After substitution of mu naught and epsilon naught, I am having eta is equal to 120 pi or 377 ohms. And what is phase velocity? Vp is equal to omega by beta, which is equal to omega by, what is beta? Beta means you have to consider the condition the electromagnetic wave is propagating in free space. So beta is equal to omega into square root of mu epsilon naught. So I am having 1 by mu epsilon or 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught. So which is equal to, if I substitute the mu naught value and epsilon naught value in this equation, I will get 3 into 10 to the power of 8 value. Meters per second. So here what we can understand with this conclusion, Vp is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. The electromagnetic wave, when it is propagating in free space, it is having the speed of light. It is having the light speed, or the electromagnetic wave is moving with the speed of light when it is propagating in free space. So very important conclusion. Second case. The second case we are going to discuss is expressions for eta and gamma when electromagnetic wave is propagating in ideal or lossless or perfect dielectrics. So what are the conditions we have to consider when the electromagnetic wave is propagating in perfect dielectric or lossless dielectric or ideal dielectric? So in this case also I am considering dielectric is nothing but it is also a free space. So here sigma is 0. Free space means conductivity, there is no conductor, there is no conductivity. Sigma is equal to 0. And epsilon is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. Dielectric materials means, that is the word will come into the picture when we are having the permittivity. That is epsilon naught is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r, and the dielectric material should have the relative permittivity value. So we should not consider here the epsilon r is equal to 1. So epsilon r value is present when we are having dielectric materials. And mu is equal to mu naught only, because mu r is equal to 1. It is not the case of permeability. Only the permittivity case is existing. Then only we are having this, means if we are having this dielectric means permittivity term will exist. So here epsilon r is not equal to 1. Now just substitute these values in a gamma and eta and phase velocity. So gamma is equals to under root j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon. So what I'll have, j omega mu is nothing but mu naught, we can write, into sigma value is 0, j omega epsilon naught into epsilon r under root. So here I will get j omega, mu is nothing but mu naught or mu, we can write both. So j omega into mu naught epsilon r. So from here we can say that there is no real term, that is alpha 0, but beta is equal to omega under root of mu naught epsilon r. So in previous case, when the electromagnetic wave is propagating in free space, we are not having this epsilon r term, remaining all are same. In the same way, what is expression for eta? Eta is equals to j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. So here j omega mu naught by j omega epsilon naught epsilon r. So here I am having mu naught by epsilon r under root. So here eta is equal to 120 pi or 377 ohms divided by epsilon r. So this is eta value. And what is phase velocity? It is equal to omega by beta. What is beta? It is omega into square root of mu naught epsilon r. So I am having 1 by square root of mu naught epsilon naught will give us the speed of light, 3 into 10 power 8 divided by under root epsilon r. So this is phase velocity. And the third case we are going to discuss is EM wave propagation in good conductor. Good conductor means conductor is present. Conductor is present means conductivity will present here. And even I am saying that it is a good conductor. If it is a good conductor, it is having conductivity value very, very high. So sigma value is very, very high. So for good conductors, for good conductors, sigma value is very, very high compared to j omega epsilon. So why I am comparing the sigma with j omega epsilon means in the formula gamma I am having sigma plus j omega epsilon. For the good conductor, if sigma is very, very high, then if I compare these two, this value is very high, means I can take this j omega epsilon value as a negligible value. So gamma is equal to j omega mu sigma. And I can write it as omega mu sigma into, and this what is j value. This j value I will write it as a angle 90 degrees. So how I can write j as angle 90 degrees means only j term is there, okay, and there is no real term. So here real plus imaginary, alpha plus j beta. For example, if there is no real term, only imaginary is presenting, how to find out the angle? Formula is theta is equals to tan inverse real part value by imaginary part value by real part value, that is beta by alpha. But what is alpha? It is equal to 0. So something by 0 is infinity. What is tan inverse infinity? It is theta equal to 90 degrees. So that's why here I have considered it as 90 degrees. So here omega mu sigma, if I remove from this under root, I will get only 45 degrees. So 45 degrees means tan 45 degrees value is 1 by root 2. So omega mu sigma by 2 plus j into omega mu sigma by 2. This is gamma. And what is eta? From here alpha is equal to beta is equal to omega mu sigma by 2. Alpha beta value both are same. And what is gamma? Intrinsic impedance eta, j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. So here if sigma value is very, very high compared to this one, in denominator, not in numerator. If we are having this comparison in the numerator, we can consider this sigma. But if we have this comparison in the denominator, we must and should consider the lowest value, that is sigma plus j omega epsilon. If sigma is far greater than j omega epsilon, we have to consider this j omega epsilon. So j omega mu by j omega epsilon. So I am having j omega mu by sigma plus j omega epsilon. Here if sigma value is very high compared to this j omega epsilon, we have to consider this sigma, that is equal to under root of j omega mu by sigma. So eta is equal to omega mu by, I am writing directly it as like this, omega mu by 2 sigma, because already we know that after removing j will get angle 90 degrees under the root. If I remove the root, I will get 45 degrees. And what is tan 45 degrees? 1 by root 2. So directly I am writing here omega mu by 2 sigma. real term and also imaginary term. So here in gamma we are having real and imaginary terms like alpha and beta, but for eta the intrinsic impedance is also having real and imaginary terms. That is eta is equal to r plus jx. So here r is equal to x is equals to omega mu by 2 sigma, like this. And one more important note point here, if alpha is equal to beta, r is equal to x, okay, propagation constant is equals to attenuation constant plus phase shift constant. Intrinsic impedance is equals to resistance plus reactance. If alpha is equal to beta and r is equal to x, then here rate of attenuation is equal to rate of phase shift. Resistance is equals to reactance. The resistance offered by the real part elements is equals to the reactance offered by the imaginary part elements. So if these two are equal, then resonance will occur in this case. So this is a EM wave propagation in good conductors. Thank you.